never said I was gonna treat everybody.
No, baby.
But I can treat you and your family and myself.
Oh, no.
When we're together, it's like churros con azúcar.
Oh, baby.
Now I'm really craving some churros. Let's go get some.
Come on. Two churros.
Two churros are the bomb.
Two churros.
I'll treat you.
Two churros.
Two churros are the bomb.
Two churros.
Come on. People get jealous cause we always snack together.
Yeah, baby.
I guess they really wanna go steady like you and I's.
Together forever.
I never thought that I could ever be this happy.
Yeah, baby.
My prayers were answered by San Antonio de Paula.
Oh.
I got this feeling that you're gonna say I never knew I could eat churros this way. Before I met you, I was eating crepas, but now at last I know where to get some.
Two churros.
Two churros are the bomb.
Two churros.
I'll treat you.
Two churros.
Two churros are the bomb.
Two churros.
Come on.
You got it in.
I'm not gonna be in this song, he says.
Solo, he says.
Oh yeah? I'm gonna end this shit.
Don't tell me what to do. Don't tell me what to do in
He
my
doesn't
life.
want me to play in the songs anymore, bro.
That's not fucking
Breaking
true,
out
man.
solo
That's not
artists.
true, man. Arréglame el micrófono.
I was getting too much fan mail for his taste.
You're a fan.
This is Ramon from Chicano Shuffle. Welcome back.
Stabs.
Fernando.
And we have our a special guest today. We have our number 2 fan.
That's so special.
Why don't you introduce yourself, compa?
I'm Dave John, as he is often mentioned every now and then.
He also known as, what was it? The fucking Dos Mujeres Un Chorizo.
Oh, so
Eric Estrada from our Patreon video.
Yeah, I wonder if that's actually a
No, I checked.
actor's name.
No, you're good. You're good.
You're good.
you're good.
Eric Estrada.
You won't get subpoenaed.
Right.
You won't get a letter in the mail.
so shufflers.
Nothing from SAG. Don't worry.
I hope you guys enjoy the Tu Churros song. It was by freaking
By Ramon.
No, it was by Stanley Stanley Cubo or
Queefs.
Queeves. Oh,
Stanley
Queeves.
Queefs?
Stanley Queeves, right? But the original is Two of Hearts by Stacey Q, right?
And you guys might notice that we're in a different room too, because it's
yeah.
a pretty hot ass day in the garage, right?
Oh, for either my garage or Fernie's garage.
So we pretended to be a norteño band, and we got this this rehearsal studio. I think they're gonna come out when they don't hear the accordion or anything.
I'll be like, hey, what's going on in there?
Are you guys even playing music in there?
I hear too much laughing, not enough fucking accordions. Eh?
Puro party.
Yeah, we fucking we pretended we were a norteño band, and we booked one of these rehearsal studios, and
Because the
it
heat
was
was too much for us, güey.
it was too hot. Wait, what the fuck
No
was that?
mames, güey. It's fucking, está de muerte, güey. I mean, I know that fucking a little sweat might not hurt us, but fuck, we'll pass out on that one.
Yeah. But we woke up, dude. This was the earliest I've woken up on a Sunday in a long ass fucking time. Where
That's my fault.
I got up at 6 o'clock today because we went golfing.
We did. I woke up at 6:30.
You did?
Yeah. But it's because our Dave over here estaba chingue. Like, hey, we should go play some golf. Hey, we should go play some golf. Y que la chingada. I'm like, fuck, all right. And then he got into the group text and like, son of a bitch. No.
But see,
shutting him up
you
now.
guys wanted to utilize your mornings differently. Dave wanted to go to the golf course and warm up, but you wanted to get breakfast.
I wanted to have breakfast. Dude.
Some of the priorities were different between you guys.
That's true. And it showed. I hit 11 on the first.
Yeah, we'll blame the fucking
It's a
lack
part
of...
3, and fucking.
We'll blame that heavy ass oatmeal he ate.
It was good oatmeal.
You did get oatmeal. So the plan was to wake up, meet up, have breakfast, and then from breakfast go to the golf course and maybe hit a couple of balls to practice and then play the game.
Yeah.
But as everything would have it, is like fucking time ran out, man.
Yeah.
So andamos en chinga. We had a 9:30 tee off.
Tea
We
time.
didn't really have any tea time.
Well, I called it in, dude, and they told me.
But that's some of them you do have to be there like right on time.
Yeah,
with.
so I called in. Oh, and here's the other one. So
Let the blaming begin.
so hold on.
Nos traen en chinga.
So okay, before we played or anything, I went to, because Dave and I, we worked together, so I went to Dave's building, and I went like, I'm catching up with Dave, and we're like just talking about the show, talking about the game coming up, and then he's all like, hey, so did you book the tea time already? I'm like, what? Did you book it? I'm like,
Yeah.
we don't.
I
book."
probably should.
Because normally it's because Dave's used to the fucking the Rivieras, the fucking the Bel Air Crest golf course,
The
Never
Trump
played
course.
those
yeah, fucking West Side Dave over
The
here.
Trump course right over.
And we usually go to Lumis. We go to
Yeah.
Luminares right there off the 7, 10, and 10, right?
Yeah, we go to the ones that smell like they're smoking a lot of pot.
Fuck yeah, dude. And that's just from the office where they rent out the shit.
Those are the golf courses we go to.
And normally it's like it's not really fancy. You could go in fucking flip flops and shit.
Yeah.
And then you just
I think
go and then
Ramon has, no?
I think I have. And you just walk up and like, hey, what's the next one? Oh, in 10 minutes. All right, fuck it, 4, boom, and you pay, vámonos. Right? But Dave over here is telling me, he's like, fuck, now he's fucking with my hand. I'm like, dude, maybe do I have to call it in?
Yeah.
So I called it in. I'm like going crazy trying to find the number. Finally, I get somebody. I'm like, hey, I want to book a tea time for Sunday, 9:30.
I was pretty impressed when you text that tea time was already set. I was like, shit, I got some really resourceful friends that do everything. I just got to show up. Attendance is my job.
Fuck you. What did you?
My handler's
He
attendant.
beat the squad?
I right
fucker.
away. I
Are
didn't,
you showing my stats, puto?
No, I'm not showing. I'm just verifying.
me and Esteban showed up thinking no one's taking score away. And then we told us
it's
individual
just
scores.
Pretty leisure.
But to clarify, this wasn't a full round of golf.
What do you mean? That was a full round for us.
So you would have got us at the back end?
The
back nine is
It
Shit,
was
that's
only 9 holes. We only played 9 holes.
Well, that's all we have time for, dude. We're
Well,
busy peeps.
No,
as
I
you
know,
can
but
see. I mean, and then not only that, so we finished the golf, and then we start feeling the heat. I'm like, fuck, to record at Fernie's garage is gonna be fucking de muerte. So right away, it stays over here. Boom! I know a studio.
Yeah.
Like they fucking rent them out, and let's just shoot out there. They got AC, so we start making the
We
calls.
just have to pretend we're a norteño.
We,
band.
we just had to come up with a name. What was the name we came up with?
Fucking
Amor?
lágrimas de mi chorizo.
Yeah,
güey.
we're from,
That was his last
fully
practice.
Yeah, but that was his last feature. But it works as a norteño band.
we're in town from Aguascalientes. We need a room for 3 hours, sir.
Apúntemelo como lágrimas de mi chorizo.
we're filming part 2.
I know, right? So we got here.
Little do they know it's his second film.
We're out here. Give them some shout out. We're at Hot House.
The Hot House in Santa Fe Springs.
Santa Fe Springs, yeah. Really cool people. Louis runs the show. And we're like, you know what, Louis? He started asking a lot of questions, and he's like, you know what? I'm just gonna be on this way. We're trying to do a podcast. It just gets really hot in the fucking garage.
We just need it for
Yeah.
like 3 hours to set up, and like, all right, well, so llegan aquí by 2, fucking, you guys could do it.
But
And
then
we're
priorities hit again. Wait, well, what are we gonna eat? We got 40 minutes to figure out.
We were on our way to the sushi way.
We were gonna go get some rolls.
Yeah, I didn't know what rolls meant. I said, rolls? You guys want to go to a bakery?
Is there a panaderia?
Panaderia? I didn't say it
You
like
really
that.
call it panaderia?
He did
I
call
did.
it.
I
called
did
it a
say that,
panaderia.
but I didn't say it like that.
Fuck you, Dave, you did.
It's because
Poor Dave putting him on blast.
you gotta give him some fucking background story. 'Cause-
Why is he called West Side Dave? Wait, that's
Okay.
West
well,
Side Dave for a
that's
reason.
what I'm saying. No, pero también why he says panaderia.
Panaderia. So Dave over here.
I think Dave's family was here. You know how we always joke that the border crossed us? I think the border crossed Dave's family.
because they're like, you're what, 5th, 6th
I'm like
generation?
fourth generation.
4th generation.
Before the fucking riot.
Chicano and everything. So Dave over here is always, he keeps us at least he keeps me on my toes because every time he hears something on the show, he's like, "Hey, what does this mean? Yeah, I thought this meant that." And like
Ramon, cállate.
like shut up, shut the fuck up, Dave. Stop asking too many. Stop telling us what to do.
Their suggestions.
So right now, driving over here, there's a minivan. Ensucia la chingada. It's fucking filthy, right? And it says, "Lávame." Yeah, I guess someone fucking wrote that.
Classic.
Yeah, the "Lávame." And I guess the rebuttal or the response to that is like, "No te metas en mis problemas."
Oh shit.
No te metas en mis problemas, preocúpate por los tuyos or something like that, right? And then Dave's all like, love.
I knew it.
Lava me? What's lava me? I'm like, no, it's lava me.
I didn't say it like that. I didn't know what the retort was.
Lava me? What is that? Is that kind of soap or what?
I knew what it meant. Because it's like, on the west side, it says, wash me.
The best one that I've seen of those is sometimes I saw one that was really dirty and somebody actually wrote, "I wish my girlfriend was this dirty."
My wife.
Or my wife.
I wish my wife was.
I wish my wife was this dirty. I thought that was a good one. That one works on the west side and the east side.
But on the west side, you don't get people responding on their own.
On the west side,
It's kind of interesting.
On the west side, they wash the car for the person. Right?
Well, thank you for the suggestion.
Oh, you know what? I haven't noticed how filthy it was. You know,
Thank you for bringing it to my attention.
There is like 2 films of dirt on this. Thank you very much. But now over here, like, stay out of my problems. So then Dave's like, what's the answer? Oh, no, what's the other part about it? Like, oh, it's the guy, no te metas en mis problemas. He's like, what does that mean? Oh, like, fuck. So I'm trying to, like, I don't get involved in my problems, but it's not like, that's the direct translation. It's just basically like, hey, fucking, don't get involved in my life type of deal, you know? Worry about yours.
You don't know my life.
Yeah.
Some stuff's hard to translate in English. It just doesn't have the same kind of effect.
Oomph. It doesn't have the same oomph.
Like, kind of like, don't tell me how to raise my kids.
That's right.
Holy shit.
My imaginary kids.
Yeah. So that was that. But yeah, Dave over here, he's been he's a big fan. Every time he listens to the show,
He's so big that he always asks, where are we going to be at this location? Never shows up.
I mean, I was.
No, it's not right.
He's like,
what
I
time?
know you guys
What
gonna
time?
do some live events again. I'm like, the first one he's like, oh yeah, cool.
Yeah.
Oh,
Dude, I work a lot, man.
I'm like, I'm on call there. We're like, well, fucking come on down, dude. I mean, you're not. If they call you, you got a 2-hour window to get there. You know, they're like, yeah, well. Where is it? It's like, it's in East LA. Oh no. It's like sounds like the cleaning lady from the fucking Family Guy. Oh no, mucho lejos. Oh no, señor.
Apparently, he doesn't like driving. I heard a story about him on the 22 freeway.
Okay, all right.
So I mean, you can't get this guy out of the house.
Yeah, you
I
can.
didn't want to say anything.
If he's not willing to drive to the 22 freeway, he's
If
not
it's
gonna,
past the 405, he's not going.
No, I came out to play golf.
Yeah, well, that's different.
I even picked you up.
I know you did. Thank you, Dave. Thank you.
No, that was awesome.
Good time, man. I had a great time today.
So you're 5th generation, Dave?
Right.
Dave, you're 5th generation? 4th?
Fourth, I think. Yeah.
Fourth.
So living on the west side, do you get like, do you feel like any kind of like tension? Like, I mean, you're obviously darker complexion. I mean, you're one of us, dude. Do you get any kind of like,
I don't know about that.
from people? Like, do they think you speak Spanish and stuff like that? Or
Oh my gosh. Okay.
I made that mistake.
I get it from both sides. And actually, Fernie made mention about me when he first started in the yard, right?
yeah.
And
Chino palote, güey.
well, I guess I do.
Fernie has brought this up.
I guess I do have a cactus on my forehead.
I have,
Why a cactus? What does that mean?
Yeah, does that have symbolism?
Hey, he questions everything. What's wrong with that? I do too.
I understand and speak more Spanish than my dad. I speak more than my mom. My mom understands more than me. But as far as conversation, I think I'm probably more capable of having a conversation in Spanish than either one of my parents. Mm-hmm. I've never heard them speak Spanish growing up. But when some of the guys in the yard, they start talking fast, And it's like, hey, and he'll like introduce himself.
It's funny because it's not even that fast. Like I heard that before too. Unless they're from Sinaloa, it's pretty fast.
Well,
Hey, güey, ¿qué pasó, güey? ¿Qué pasó, plebe? ¿Qué pasó, plebe?
Agarramos ahí un cuarto para tocar más
Vamos
tarde.
allá, plebe.
Va a platicar lágrimas de mi chorizo, güey. ¿No?
Un pericazo, plebe.
¿Vas a ir a ver el pinche lágrimas de chorizo?
Ahora está en el Pico Rivera, Esfuerzo Rina, güey.
Ahí van a estar.
So,
Como 9:30, güey.
that's when it's
Cale.
really fast, I think, when it's like a certain kind of region of Mexico, especially Sinaloa.
Actually, you know what? I get more of a reaction from native Spanish speakers than English. It's like what? And they get on my case, like, how come you don't speak Spanish? Like, well, I'm
¿Qué te
sorry.
pasa, cabrón? ¿Qué onda, güey?
Yeah.
But
¿Qué onda, Zorquillo?
you know what? Though? I was having this conversation with my girl the other day, and she was like kind of surprised that I was telling her this. But I used to go to Mexico a lot when I was a kid, spend all my vacation, the 2 or 3 months.
Yeah.
And I remember when I was out there, kids would tell me like, "You're not Mexican. You're a pocho." Like,
Yeah.
you're not Mexican. Like, why do you say you're Mexican? And so it was kind of confusing, like growing up. Like, what do you mean I'm Mexican? Like, so then.
Well, I was described as that too, growing
Yeah.
up.
Yeah.
But it was like, well, what is that? It's like, well, you're Mexican, but not really.
Yeah.
Or you're more
You're more of
you're
a
more
pocho.
American.
You're West Side Dave.
You're West Side Dave. Yeah, so Dave was always told us that whenever we've gone to, like whenever he was in the field, so whenever he went to a job site, normally in the job site, you got all the paisas. Excuse me. You have all the paisas, so when you get there and you're like, hey, I'm just looking for the general contractor or whatever, they'll start talking to him in Spanish. And Dave's all like... that blank stare, like,
¿Dónde está? No, I would work through it.
el queso está viejo y podrido.
I don't know
¿Dónde
where...
está el
¿Dónde está la
sanitario?
biblioteca?
¿Dónde está el biblioteca?
I don't know where lágrimas de chorizo are playing.
¿Dónde está la lágrimas de tu churro?
To churro?
What?
No. So whatever it is, Dave's always try to find out what certain things or what, like,
I ask questions.
Yeah.
And Ramon, if Ramon's in the yard, these guys, I'll say, hey, how do you say this in Spanish?
And then we go the típica, like, dile que te agarre el chile, güey. That's how you say
That doesn't sound right.
At first we would mess with it,
He's
but
going to get fired for sexual harassment,
Yeah,
bro.
he walks up to the customer, or like the paisa, hey, compa, agárrame el chile. La tuya, güey.
La
Although,
chingada,
you know
cabrón.
what? Speaking of getting the reaction, there was one guy up in, well, actually, there's a couple guys, but this one occasion when I was at the Gelson's in Pacific Palisades.
Okay.
And I was going to go get some, like, muscle milk or some.
Ay,
from the
ay,
back.
ay, ay, ay.
Gelson's.
mamado, güey.
He's a different kind of Chicano. Dude. He shops at Gelson's.
Está
dude.
mamado el plebe, güey.
I can get some muscle milk.
Okay, Mr. Kombucha.
No, I don't drink kombucha. I think twice to go into a Gelson's. You know what? I'll wait.
That's all there is up in
I'll hit up
Palisades.
the Vallarta when I get home.
It's either Gelson's or
Yeah.
As long as you're not at Trader Joe's.
anyway.
I don't know. Gelson's is another level.
No, yeah, but the thing is...
Gelson's is up
no,
there.
the thing is that you got to understand that...
Yeah, Palisades is another level,
Yeah,
too.
not only that, Palisades, there's not that many options to go eat. Unless you catch the lunch trucks con los paisas in the nearby areas.
So you're forced to eat in.
Mira,
So-
I had the option también of Gelson's or the gas station. I always went to the gas station.
But Dave
To
wants
the
the AC.
food mart.
What's the AC?
All right, Dave, so finish your story.
Dave, don't
Okay.
listen to these
All right.
guys.
Yeah.
No, it's
We're
okay.
going to
It's
interrupt.
also
Okay.
have
you know.
I enjoy
That's where I get my $50 grass-fed steaks too, man.
See?
Pretty good.
I was getting my muscle milk at the gas station.
I don't know what I was
Instead of saying getting a Pepsi or un pinche Mountain Dew or like está buscando un jugo
It was
Mex,
lunch.
Or
It
something
was-
that's
it was
not-
something from
some-
lunch.
something that
I
you
was
can
buying
get-
something to drink.
There you go.
right,
That sounds
there
a lot
we
better.
go.
Because muscle milk you can get at the 7-Eleven. You can get at...
Yeah.
Is there 7-Eleven up there?
No.
Well,
Thank
he said
you.
a market.
There's
The food mart, okay.
Gas station food
Yeah,
mart.
the
Muscle
Chevron.
milk. Get muscle milk in there, dude.
All right. So continue,
So,
Maybe he was checking out the soccer moms at Gelson's.
I don't think he's coming back.
Quería leche, güey.
there's a lot. There's a
A
lot.
lot of soccer
All right,
moms at
Dave.
the Gelson's.
Let him finish, guys.
No, it's
Sorry,
quick
sorry.
story. Easy. You can snap on me later. So I'm walking
They
in
have
the back
pan dulces at Gelson's?
towards the refrigerated section, Oh, that's why I was there, because I was getting the refrigerator drink. It's like,
Hey, Tom.
drink.
Nice to
A
see you,
cold
Tom.
no. So I'm there.
Kevin, how you been,
I'm
Kevin?
looking at the refrigerator, and this guy comes up the walkway.
Tracy, how's your son?
Yeah. Hi, Madge. The guy comes up to me and he says, "Oh, where's your beer?"
Oh, he thought you were working there.
And I I didn't say anything. I was like, and I kind of like looked around.
You should have
like,
said it in my fridge.
Yeah. Well, no, he looked at me like, cerveza.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, with the hand.
He got sassy. He got all
Yeah.
sassy with you.
And I went,
Wow.
I said, well, I think it's over there where it says liquor against that wall over there.
Liquor. I hardly even know her.
Yeah. And I looked at him. He was like, "Oh, you don't work here. Oh, I'm sorry. The only thing that was missing was like him saying amigo, which I've gotten before.
Hey, amigo.
Yeah.
He just the way he turns around and goes, look at this guy, Tracy. What the fuck?
Yeah. Can you imagine the nerve of this gentleman?
You don't know he's messing with.
No, but I
We got Randy over here like he's never met me.
Bernie's just thinking of random white.
You're doing good.
Not letting that story go away.
I know. It's like, let him fucking finish, Ferns.
Dude, I've listened to the show. That's what
I've
this
seen
is
that.
about.
I've seen that gal since I know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
That's true.
And it's, I mean, they got nice food because they also have a Ralph's, dude.
You know what?
And the Ralph's has like really
Oh,
good
they do.
kitchen, yeah.
Yeah, they do.
Oh, there is a rap.
Yeah.
See, so you don't
Yeah,
have
but
to
the
go to
gal-
Gelson's for muscle milk.
Yeah, but
It's a little
right
pricey.
there.
It's a little pricey because even like Whole Foods, one time we were by my girl's house and she has a Whole Foods out in Torrance, and she felt like she wanted to pay for lunch. So I'm like, we were at Whole Foods and they have like food where you pay by the pound. So she figured, oh, it's food in the car. She's like, you know what? I got this one. I was like, are you sure? She's like, yeah, I got this. So I loaded it as little as I can, and the bill was like $45. And she was like, oh, it's really that expensive here?
No,
Wait, was it like
It was
Alaskan
like-
king crab?
No, it's just stuff that you get that's already made that you put it in the container and then they charge you by the pound.
You Whole Foods a little.
So you get whatever's in the menu. You can get whatever.
They charge you by the pound though. So you load it up and you go, it's not too bad, but that shit's heavy.
Yeah, so it was like $45, and she was like, man, she thought it would be a couple of bucks, like 15,
But
$20.
The first time I went to Whole Foods, and not even like the lunch, just like the market, walk in where the produce is, and they have all the different kind of rice and all the different kind of frijoles, way.
Yeah.
I was like, I went back to like when you're a kid with the manos and the frijoles. But I was going in all of them, going like that. So I was telling the mija, check it out, look at all these different kinds of beans.
Yeah.
Putting my hands and everything, and I saw the dude that was like putting out the produce, like, what the fuck?
Yeah, who's this guy? He's making us look bad.
And I was like, look at this.
He looked like Oliver Twist doing that little dance.
He's doing fucking bean angels.
I was making it rain beans.
I used to pocket a few beans when I was a kid, and then I would throw them at my sisters, like in the aisles, like throughout the whole shopping
Pobres
trip.
hermanas, güey. ¿Cómo la pasaron, güey? No, I used to go and get them and then save them for loteria night, güey. I had my
Oh,
little
yeah,
beans.
that's true.
Yeah, little beans, because my mom hated it when we used the ones for the house to play loteria.
Yeah.
So I had my own stash. She's like, no son de la casa, ma.
I know what
No
that-
son de la
I know what
casa.
that is.
Loteria?
Yeah.
It's not the restaurant.
No, I know it's
Okay,
not.
good.
It's like bingo.
Damn it, Randy! I told you the beer's back there.
It's not the Mega Million.
No. Hey, you know what I always thought was funny is that it had El Borracho on there, and it was this Mexican guy with the
yeah, but then
You know what was funny? When they censored La Sirena, they put some fucking shells.
shells on her, yeah.
Like, what?
When they made her the Little Mermaid.
Yeah, well, no, I mean, they were nice. I mean,
They were nice.
I mean, that was like, beside, that was one of those first exposures, but where it was not like, it wasn't dirty. It wasn't like taboo.
Yeah.
You saw that Sirena and she was freaking open,
It was
not covered.
as a kid. It was material, so you took whatever you got.
I don't know. I don't know about you. No, it's just it wasn't offensive or
Yeah,
it
the
wasn't
Sears catalog
dirty
over here.
until they put the shells on
Estos
her.
Mervins.
He would take the
it
Sears
was-
catalog.
and then it became dirty, and then it became like, wow.
You lost your innocence.
I know, fucking.
Did your parents have the sex talk with you?
At 10 years old.
At age 30, my dad. My dad. We've talked about this. We've talked about it. At age 30, my dad gave me the sex talk.
Really?
Him. My mom had already given it to me before.
After ya estás divorciado y todo, ¿no?
Yeah.
I never got the sex talk, but I know, I think my dad purposely got like maybe 5 or 6 VHS porn videos in a black bag. And he conveniently put it where I could see it. And I think that was his way of telling me, hey.
Next to the Cheerios?
Yeah, check this out.
Pues bueno, con lágrimas en mi chorizo.
That's how I met this guy. He's packing some heat. Eric Estrada's packing some heat over here, bro.
Holy shit.
That's when he had his fucking...
My Mexican
you know
mullet.
what? For us, believe it or not, growing up, my dad used to... Well, in the house, we used to watch all these movies like fucking the other Albañil or Los Verduleros, all these Spanish comedies, but they were like freaking almost X-rated. I mean, they had everything except the penetration part of it.
Yeah.
I was watching the other day el fucking Pedro Navajas, way.
Yeah, well, you're telling us, yeah.
I was watching Pedro Navajas, dude, and they're like fucking, you know, el pinche Andrés García. El pinche,
Porque estamos como estamos. Pues.
Yeah, el Pedro Navajas all fucking pimped out. Goes to go get a massage. Right? Mm-hmm. And there's 2 chicks. I don't know where these 2 chicks come from. All of a sudden, they're butt naked. Sobándolo, I'm like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
You know? And then there's another scene where they're at a party and everything. And his arch enemy se llama El Cumbias, güey. El Cumbias es Sergio Goyri, güey. Fuck it. So in comes in, like, I guess there's a new girl in town, right? And she's very famous. Es esta Sasha Montenegro le llaman la Juana la Cubana.
Oh, she was pretty hot, dude.
Yeah, dude. Maribel Guardia, too. That's his chick. Yeah. In the movie, Maribel, what is this chick? And luego entra Sasha Montenegro, and then all of a sudden the músicos stop and everybody looks at her. So El Cumbias is gonna fucking. He sees that Pedro Navajas walking up to her. Fucking Cumbias le avienta on the fucking alfilero to the floor. Yeah. Right? And fucking as soon as that happens, fucking Pedro Navajas turns around and throws it towards his feet. It's on. So now they're gonna fight. They're not gonna fight, but they're gonna. How would I say? They put this woman in a situation which she just wanted to go party with. You know, she wants to go out and party, but all of a sudden she becomes this battle between these 2 fuckers. So like, all right, they're not even gonna give her an option to use. You stand by the fucking wall, y vamos a aventarte el pinche filero. Whoever gets closest to you without hitting you, fucking gets you. Mm-hmm. She has no say in it, dude. No fucking say.
Like, Ramon's matured a chingo in these past, 5 years, güey. Because when we were living in the apartment, güey, we were like, ponla otra vez.
Yeah.
Esa madre. Pedro Navajas, ponla otra vez.
No.
Ya estábamos in the fucking sala.
We're like fucking duking it out with the butter knives, güey.
Today, you're cumbias, güey.
Who played the girl? Fernie, stand by the wall.
Unos que 5-6 years ago le valía la pinche.
Nah, let's just say 8.
But you know what? Joking aside, that stuff you can't work anymore.
No.
That kind of dialogue.
Or that kind of, I don't know. And it fucking threw me off. So we watched all these movies growing up. I watched all of them.
And most of them were doble sentido.
Yeah, the doble sentido. That's how I learned about albures. That's because I would ask, I'm like, hey, why are you guys laughing?
You did a Dave?
Well, yeah. I'm like, ¿por qué se ríen? And then my mom would be the one that explained to me. Oh, it's because they're using,
when you ask questions, it's fine.
Doble sentido. They're using puns type of deal.
Yeah.
Right? So they're saying this, but in reality, they mean this. I'm like, oh, so I started making the connection. And then whenever I started hearing it, I would understand it. Like, oh, okay, I got it. And then when I would go to Mexico, just like Esteban for his summer vacations, my cousins would use it, and I'd try to pick up on it. I got picked on so many times. They fucking threw puns at me like crazy, pinches albures, and I would like just laugh, and they would laugh even more because they're like, we just fucked them over yesterday.
Yeah, he don't know what's going on.
Yeah, pinche pendejo, you know? And so I was like, It's like, it's like me telling you, hey, Dave, you like palenques? And I'll be like, yeah, I've heard of, fucking... What a palenque is it? Like a rodeo?
Like a food?
No.
Palenque is like a rodeo, yeah.
But I mean, that's where they do the cockfights, right? No pun intended, Dave.
Okay.
Like el jaripeo?
Yeah, no, el jaripeo is more like with the cattle and the horses, right?
Yeah, it's like...
Yeah, the dancing horses and all that.
It's más show, no?
Yeah.
Oh, is that what you're talking about for the quinceañera where it's like a display of
the herd? so a palenque, it has double meaning. A palenque is this place where you go and watch entertainment, and a palenque is like a palenque.
Why?
I
don't know. It's just one of those things that you just go with it.
Is it kind of like
It's
when
like
the
throwing a
river
stick.
runs red?
Why?
Take the dirt road
You
instead.
take the road instead? Okay.
you know.
But see, that's a little bit more
Self-explanatory.
Yeah, you can like really, okay, the river goes
like
red,
red,
you take the dirt road instead.
Oh, hold on. Let me get my pen and paper.
Yeah.
Right
But a
here.
palenque is, right?
It doesn't make sense.
Palenque.
I mean, it makes sense in Spanish, but explain it
Oh,
in
eso es
English.
de Miguel. Like,
Yeah.
eso es pa
That's what I'm saying.
Miguel.
Oh,
It's
this is
like the
pa'
stick. Explain the stick.
Pa mí.
I voy a echar un
Stick.
palo.
We'll go
Yeah.
throw a stick.
I'm gonna go throw a stick.
Voy a tirar palo.
Is it like for getting it on with a woman?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay,
Or
no, I
your
get
choice.
that because
Whatever,
it's-
man. Whatever
Throw
your
a
choice
stick.
is.
Hey,
I'm gonna throw a stick.
we don't judge
It's
here, dude. Love
2018,
is
bro.
open, dude.
It's 2018. You
You
can
know.
throw a stick either way.
You can throw a stick, and if a stick is thrown to you, hey, fucking awesome, dude.
You know, I'm glad you say that. More power to you.
I'm telling you,
Don't
he's
be
grown
afraid.
much.
Don't-
I've
Here come
matured.
the fan letters.
I've matured.
He's grown much.
One of the first episodes, he said he was a feminist. I remember.
Yeah.
So,
I'm
I mean,
like,
he
that's
turns-
good.
He's turning into more of a. You
Kinder,
realize
gentler.
you realize some of the things.
Yeah,
right?
I'm starting to see, like growing up and all that, I really didn't see it now because of the mija and then our daughter and everything. So it's like, you know, I'm a little bit more open, and because of that, I try to kind of keep things. I'm not saying I'm perfect. I'm gonna fuck up, and my pendejo side comes out sometimes, and I throw stupid shit out there. But then I catch myself and I try to change it. You know, I still say stupid pendejadas out there. You know, like earlier when we were talking, we were driving. Fucking a guy at fucking Dave was telling me that he's never been to a quinceañera. No, he's never been in a quinceañera.
Right.
I'm like,
don't feel
you
bad,
should
bro.
you should talk to fucking
I've never been
Esteban.
in a quinceañera.
Yeah, but you have like a kind of a little bit of a hurt there.
Nah, I used to.
Yeah.
I used to.
Then he talked
was
it out
like,
on the
now-
sofa.
Now it's weird, Dave. I mean, you've passed that stage. You can't be in a quinceañera. Let's get a padrino, dude. You know?
Yeah, you can't be in a, you already.
Hey, but you know what? I never understood the importance of it. I just knew that. Oh, she's having a quinceañera. Oh, okay. I guess it's the name they wear
just
the
a
way.
party with-
It's like
No,
it's like a
I mean,
fake
there's
wedding.
more to it.
Yeah, there's more, but now it's
like
now-
a sweet
yeah.
16, right? I
Yeah,
mean,
well, the thing is, he was asking, whoa, you know, the why. Why? He's like a fucking 5-year-old, dude. Everything. Why? Why?
supposed to ask
I
questions.
want understanding.
You know, so I'm like, okay, so quinceañera, the way it started was basically a young lady entering womanhood, right? And they did a mass, and they, you know, it was all, you know, through the community, the church, and everything, acknowledging that she was a woman. And I told him it's kind of almost like a bar mitzvah, you know, when a young man,
It's what it is.
you know. But then he's like, no, that's more religious. You know, they have to go outside.
Well, they turned it religious, like you're saying.
Yeah.
You have to.
but
Now,
there's-
what you have to do, you have to take them to church and do the whole church thing. I mean, it's the same thing.
But in bar mitzvah or bat mitzvah, there's more of a religious connection to other than just putting a whole lot of effort into the dance.
And any family that does a quinceañera, it's gonna go do the whole church thing, and you have to have that little Bible and the
You
little
have to,
chain.
yeah. Then they
There's
actually
a whole
have to go
thing.
take a class.
Obviously, they're not gonna take off their foreskin. They're not gonna mutilate them, you know. Like, well, in the bar mitzvah,
No, no,
Easy
that's a
there,
bris.
Easy there.
That's a bris.
I got
I don't think they get circumcised in a bar mitzvah. I don't think they get circumcised in a bar mitzvah.
Holy shit!
When I was 16.
I
got ahead of myself. I got ahead of myself.
Pobre, güey.
¿Sabes qué? I'll wait
That's
for
a
you guys
little too
outside.
old. That's a little too old for circumcision, man.
Actually, no, güey.
Well, no, yeah, I can get one.
They still do it. They still do it. With
Yeah. But it's like, yeah,
No.
so it's got the equivalent. Now it's become more of a show and a party. Like, who are the padrinos going to be? Who's going to actually padrinos?
But they
who's
still
gonna
do the whole
sponsor?
church thing. That's
They
what I'm
still
saying.
do it, but they don't focus on that as much. That's why the
But I'm
church has
saying
been
they
forcing
still
the
do it.
families.
I've never been to a quinceañera where they don't do
Yeah.
a church part of it. It
Yeah.
always starts with the church part.
Yeah, they started with the
So
church.
it is more. It's kind of religious, but it started more like you're kind of trying to say that, like the cattle. You're saying you're showing. No, look, my daughter's a woman. What do you give me for my daughter?
But
That's
see,
all- that's-
but I've always had
That's
an
what it
issue
was.
with
I never liked it.
how we agree that the 15 is the right age for the transition.
Wow.
18 you're considered an adult. Like I don't really feel that 18 you should be considered an adult.
No.
I have an issue with that.
Yeah.
What's the
because
issue?
well, when you really get into it, the frontal cortex in your brain where you rationalize decisions is fully developed at 25. So everything you do before 25 is you're acting on impulse, and that's because your frontal cortex is not fully developed. So I feel like 25 is like the age where people should be considered adults. when you think
physiologically, not
yeah,
necessarily chronologically, mentally, and emotionally.
What was it that 18 was the age? You know,
well, it's because we didn't used to live as long. 18 was like half your life already.
Yeah, by 18 you already were a man with a family and a ranch or something.
Yeah, and that's why it was cool to be 18 and vote, because you had those responsibilities. Now an 18-year-old, I mean, are you really like when you get into the whole like how the brain works, like if your frontal cortex not really fully developed, do you really know like the decisions that you're making? I mean, it affects a whole society, you know. I've always had an issue with like that. I mean, but the age of consent in Mexico is as low as 12 years old. Like
in some parts, right?
Yeah,
in some parts.
As low, yeah.
But what dictates that? Like it's just a number.
Pinches viejos rabo verdes that like, hey, fuck it. Hey,
well, that's the same thing. That's old school. Like we're saying, like the quinceañera at 15, you're showing off your daughter to see if you can get her into a good family. You know?
Exactly. Yeah.
But this is at 15, so you're pretty much offering her for marriage.
I get what you're saying.
She's a woman now.
And that was Dave's question. Is that like, dude, why? I'm like, well, you got to understand when this tradition or this started, it was way back in the days, you know. Like at 15, they always thought that a young lady, actually, when a young lady started her menstrual cycle, she was already considered a woman. But I guess it wasn't until 15 when they would say, you know what, now she's ready for marriage. She knows how to cook, she knows how to clean, she knows how to take care of babies because she took care of her little brothers and sisters type of deal, and all of this, and she knows how to treat a man because she's always taking care of her brothers and her dad type of deal. So
but
she's ready.
I kind of understand. Maybe I understand a little bit, but what you're saying is that's lost. Now it's just a party. I feel.
Yeah. No.
Now it's just an excuse to have friends over. Like the whole tradition, as far as what these guys are saying, I agree, and that's lost. I think now, when a girl's 15, I mean, does she really know? Does she really appreciate? They just want a party. They just want their friends. They want it big. They want the parents to spend their fucking savings on this fucking party so they can look nice and all this shit. So
sometimes it's not even the kids, though. Sometimes it's the parents. The parents want it more than the kids do. You know, sometimes the parents are like, and the parents are like, I don't want to, and the kids will be like, yo no quiero quinceañera, I don't want to go to this. Like, no, vas a tener fiesta porque vas a tener fiesta type of deal.
It's ingrained in our culture.
It's not a sacrament.
No, it's not. It's not a sacrament.
So then why is there such a
tradition, Dave? It's a cultural thing.
It's older than that whole religion thing. Like even before, where they're Catholics, I don't remember if it was ¿Cuál de los indios way? But there was like even back in like I don't know if it was the Aztecs or even before that they already had rituals for the same thing. Like you're a woman now. So we have to parade you for fucking to see if we can get you into a good family.
Worthy warriors type of deal, you know?
I mean,
it's older than that, but now, like I'm saying, it has a whole Catholic element to it.
Sometimes we don't understand. It's like the dowry that still happens in India and stuff like that, Thailand. Like
they still do that shit.
Where you have to give the family what they want in order for them to give you their daughter. I mean, that's part
like arranged marriages?
Yeah.
That's the same thing.
Kind of, but
it's the same thing because you arrange it por diciendo
you want somebody that's wealthy so they can contribute the dowry to the family.
And then you make el trato. Now you're arranged because you're
essentially you're selling your daughter for the highest bidder. I mean, it's helping your family, but essentially that's what it is. Yeah. It's a tradition that we don't understand, you know.
Or not maybe we don't understand it because we haven't looked into it or looked at because it's one of those where it's handed down, and it's just like basically like, all right, I'm supposed to have a quinceañera, you know. All right, fuck it.
It's lost.
It's a lot of money, dude. Like if you have a hall,
it's a
you fucking rent it out
every fucking weekend. There's a quinceañera, dude.
You're fucking making bank, bro.
Yeah. And then if you rent chairs and then
you have padrinos. I feel like that's why a lot of parents do the green light because they have padrinos. So it's not all up to you to pay for it. You have people that will pay for the catering, the DJ.
But here's the thing, though.
They want padrinos for everything.
Yeah, the girl will come up or the parents are like, hey, we want you to if you could be the padrino of the DJ. But this is the DJ we have.
Yeah.
You know, this is the DJ we want. You know, can give him a call and he'll give you a price. And you're like, fuck now. Like sometimes they put people in the spot.
So what's a padrino?
Sponsor.
So it's not
just like a godparent. So they say godparent, but it's more of a sponsor.
So the bill doesn't only fall on the parents, Dave. You get padrinos that help you. Like Ramon, if I had a daughter, he can be the padrino of the hall. So it's his responsibility to book the hall and pay for it. And me as a parent, it's my responsibility to have him participate in in the whole event. So you
So what
get
about where's the godparents? Where are the
So
godparents?
that's what I'm saying. The main padrinos are kind of like you're saying, like when you do the sacraments, you have padrinos, you have godparents for every little sacrament, you get godparents. Same thing. The main godparents, like it starts, the main ones get your padrinos are the ones in the church that when they do the blessing, they're with you the same way, if I can stand next to you. But then people started adding other padrinos on top because, we can't afford to get a DJ and an open bar.
But see, the responsibility of those padrinos is if something happens to my parents, they need to take care of me.
Well,
Those are the main supposed
That's the
to be.
main ones.
Yeah.
But usually it falls into the baptismal.
But that's what I'm saying. That's how.
that's
That's
right
how.
with the padrino.
What I was saying is that's how it's interweaved with the religion, because you get the same padrinos like if it was a sacrament, you have padrinos for your quinceañera.
Oh, yeah. Normally you use the same padrinos from your baptism.
No, well, you can have separate ones.
Yeah, but normally, I know that
I
I've
have
been
separate
to...
ones for all of them.
Well, you had a quinceañera?
I had a quinceañera. I
Wait,
paid.
do boys have?
No, we don't.
They
No.
do. I've heard of guys
yeah?
that have quinceañeras.
Really?
Yeah.
What the
Oh,
fuck?
shit.
That's new to me, man.
Yeah.
Oh, fuck. I
had
had one.
I had a cousin that had a quinceañera.
Really?
Yeah, I mean, he wasn't too happy about it. He falls in the category where Ramon's like, some of them don't want it. Like, no.
Yeah. Wait a minute. A guy quinceañera?
I had a quinceañera,
Le
yeah.
hicieron
fuck?
quinceañera al güey.
At
Fuck
15.
it.
They really wanted a party
15,
way. They really wanted a party way.
I would have.
I wish I knew the details. Like, I wish I had all the details as to why, but
Hey, let's call your mom.
she's probably arguing with a mechanic right now.
Where's the smoke at? There,
Bravo. Yeah, but,
Ramon would have taken that one.
I would have. Fuck yeah, dude.
You would have had a quinceañera?
Fuck yeah, dude. I
Who would
love
have been your
parties.
chambelán de honor?
It would have been my chambelana.
Oh, shit.
I would have had a chambelana. I'm not gonna get a guy. I'm gonna
No,
get
it would have to be a guy because he has to show you. He has to show you to the other perspective.
Who's going to parade you?
Yeah.
That's true.
It could be a female parade.
No.
Miren,
That's
muchachas.
Then your family would get no
Miren, muchachas,
respect.
lo que tenemos
Right.
aquí.
That's
Nope.
true.
Because we're machistas.
Well,
You can't respect the fucking...
Wow. If we were gonna go with the machistas, then I couldn't have a guy present me to the rest of the of the community.
Yeah, this is our offering.
Yeah, aquí está. Here we have the Chicano Rob Lowe, everybody.
Chicano Rob Lowe.
I was asking about that. I said
But low, not spelled with the E.
below.
L-O-W. Rob L-O-W.
Yeah, so and I hope we answered your
He doesn't sound convinced.
I know he's still lost.
No, as far as the quinceañera. No, I think that the tradition itself has probably been.
Don't tell us what to do, Dave.
The meaning of it.
It's lost.
No, it's completely lost. It's completely
But
lost.
what everything else is lost too. When you think about it, a lot of the things have been lost in history, and we just do it because we don't really understand why we do it.
Oh, that's the problem. Yeah, it's the problem with
It is a
society
problem,
in general.
yeah.
It's like, why are you doing this? It's like, well, because my parents did it. But why is it that you're doing it? What's the meaning behind it? The value that you continue to your next generation, you should be able to say to your kids or
This
to your
is
friends,
why
and family,
we do
this
it.
is why we do this, as opposed to
But
just.
that's the same reason why I don't like the quinceañeras, because I know the meaning behind it, and I'm like, Dick,
Well, no,
there's no point. It's just a party.
Well-
we're not parading my fuck that. You're
But here's the
parading my
thing.
daughter.
Here's the thing. If you really want that, then you find the meaning for it. You find it out, and then you start. The
I don't think
tradition
it's a
again.
parading as much as it used to be anymore.
That's what I'm saying.
It's not that anymore.
But that's what
Now
I'm
it's
saying.
just la pinche
He's saying we
pachanga.
just do it for the pachanga
Yeah,
now.
we just do it for the
and the
pachanga.
meaning's lost.
Yeah.
But the thing is,
You don't want to go back to the original
what
meaning
I'm
of
saying
it.
is, I know the meaning of it, regardless of whether everybody that they want to invite to this party, whoever wants. I know the meaning of it, and I don't want that because, Dick, I know the meaning of it. You know,
We don't live in the same society where that was already a woman and it's like brought into
yeah,
the,
You know what? Like you're exactly right.
we don't
We're
do
talking
that.
about
We
this.
don't write with feathers anymore. We don't fucking do any of that shit. But I feel like that kind of blends into a lot of like the
They just say we don't write with feathers.
yeah, like
That's deep, dude.
Like I feel like that blends into a lot of things too. That even some political shit now.
That's some
like,
colonial shit. Wait.
yeah, right.
Oh, okay. Well,
I feel like we
okay.
need wigs now.
Have you ever heard
I
these
say, dear
people
sir.
talk in
You know why those wax? Those are I think those were for
Dear
syphilis.
Randy, the
right?
beer is over there.
Cheerio, mate.
The wax wigs. They were brought because of the syphilis crisis. That was what those wax wigs kind of.
The wax wigs.
Yeah, those ones that you see fucking George Washington.
Parliament and all that.
Shit.
Okay.
Yeah, that was because of STDs. Like, that's why they brought that out, because of the wax. They felt like it would combat with diseases. So when you would see people with those wigs, they had STDs on them back in the day. See, stuff like that too gets lost.
I miss that tradition.
Stuff like that too.
The STD tradition?
You missed STDs?
No, the wax wig.
Wax
I never
wigs?
knew they were wax.
That's why the electoral vote too. All that shit's outdated, dude. All that stuff is we don't live in that society anymore. That's not who we are.
There's a lot of things that are outdated, way, but
Yeah, and then
People
we get
refuse
into
to talk
that. And
about-
it's just going to become up crazy.
oh,
This
pues, ya,
show...
ya los cortó otra vez, güey.
No.
Back to Ramon
I
Solo
know,
songs.
we're having conversation, bro. It's a good one too.
No, he's talking about the frontal lobe being developed. Well, you know
The
what?
frontal cortex, yeah.
Yeah, okay, well, but here's the thing. Then that is not necessarily equal across the board, because people, people will mature and advance a lot faster than the other people.
Yeah.
So how are you going to say that to a legal court of law? It says, you know what, I am, emotionally, mentally capable of making my own decisions at 17.
Mm-hmm. You talk to any 17-year-old, they'll probably say, "Yeah, I'm an adult."
Well, what I'm against though is like the thing one is like, okay, para tomar this fucking chela, you have to be 21, right?
Yeah.
If you're gonna pick an age where someone's an adult, then pick an age where someone's an adult.
Yeah,
It's
across
either
the board.
18 or
Across
it's
the board,
21,
yeah.
right? Well, I can go at 18, go fight a war, fucking possibly lose my life, go fight for my countries,
But you still can't buy a beer.
fight for freedom, but I can't get a fucking beer.
And you can't even buy smokes now. I think it's after 21 also.
Wait, change that shit too.
Yeah, they
That's
changed
what I'm
it
saying.
to
So
21.
Yeah,
make up
I always
your mind.
had an issue with that. Like, you can kill an innocent fucking village, but you can't buy a fucking beer where you come back into your fucking country.
That's why you go to countries where the drinking age limit is at 16, so ya le hiciste, güey.
Yeah, but still, wait.
Yeah, I'm saying it's not about the drinking. Like,
No, it's just an
age.
example.
It's just pick an age. Like, am I an adult at 18 or am I not? Is it 25? Is it 21? Whatever it is, like pick one, and that's what it is. Wait,
Well,
why are you
look,
gonna
let me
break up
ask you,
everything up?
Is it more important to measure someone's aptitude?
Measure in yardage?
No.
Just their aptitude of anything, their emotional aptitude or their mental aptitude.
But see, the society that we
can't do
live
that.
in,
You
Dave,
can't do
like that's
theoretically,
No,
I don't
you
think
can't.
that'll pass. That wouldn't.
No, because we would still have 30-year-olds that would be categorized freaking.
Because even the, like what he's saying,
minors.
at 25, I'm sure all of us can fucking think past 25 where we didn't think through something rationally and did some crazy stupid
Yeah.
shit.
Yeah,
So I
you're
mean,
right.
even if it's developed, doesn't mean we've matured to take advantage of this full development.
Okay.
You're right,
so-
but we made I would think that I made wiser decisions after 25. I mean, after my late 20s. I mean,
it's all subjective at that point.
Yeah.
I didn't.
Yeah, that's very subjective.
So then, why is 18 then? Why is 18
It's got military purposes. It's got voting purposes. It's got all these things. College and everything.
Voting's a fucking joke. Way.
Well,
Why? Look, but let's get into that way.
Ramon's face.
He's going
You
to go
can
into
see
his
it in
political
live.
coma.
You can see it in live now.
This is what he
Dale,
calls
güey,
out.
dale. I'm in.
Voting way.
This is where we start the Ramon de Esteban Fernando show.
No, the
Ramon's checking out.
only reason that I think is bullshit is that they make it really hard for people to vote. They do it on a weekday. Do it on a fucking Saturday or a day where.
Or you do it like Mexico. It's a holiday.
Exactly. Make
They
it
make
a
it a
fucking
holiday.
holiday. Make so people.
They do have mail-in.
Dude, they give felonies.
Ballots.
They give felonies left and right for stupid shit that keeps you from voting. You're not able to vote with a felony.
Felony, yeah.
Everything is an agenda when it comes to that, dude.
Yeah, how many people are getting a felony?
A lot of people.
And the West Side Dave is different.
Well, because everybody gets away with those felonies that they get over here on the fucking South Central.
People get a lot of felonies, dude, for stupid shit.
It's disproportional. It is way, but he's right. Like the voting day. Like why? Yes, why is it during the week? And yeah, they give you supposedly at work. They're supposed to give you the time.
Yeah,
but
legally.
you can talk to a bunch of people. They tell them, hey, you can go, but we don't guarantee shit when you come back. But I don't give a fuck.
I mean, they can tell me that a Nissan Altima fucking stole a kid, but they can't send a max text telling people, hey, don't forget, vote today. Today's voting. The polls close at this time.
Yeah, no, but I mean, voting, they tell you to vote for like 6 months prior, and everybody knows when it is, and they have mail-in ballots, that you can register for months in advance.
I get that,
So,
Dave,
I mean-
but with the way that everything's so convenient nowadays, they can make it a lot easier for more people to come out and vote.
It could.
But
Yeah.
look at all this shit that they've changed. Even wasn't there a Supreme Court thing that just in this little term that they voted on that was what the fuck was it? Son of a bitch! I don't even have the laptop today.
Yeah.
The whole why can't you look up Supreme Court when the fucking voting? There was something this term that they voted and they said all the districts. The gerrymandering.
Gerrymandering.
That everybody was waiting, like, fuck yeah, for Supreme
Okay,
Court's
about
gonna take it
California?
on. Was it
I think they want to break it into three sections, don't they, in
Missouri.
California?
No,
No,
that
it
one they
didn't.
shot down. Or the judge shot it
fucking
down.
sweet.
Well, no,
Pero-
they didn't
no,
make
but the one they've been waiting for the Supreme Court to take up a case with the gerrymandering, like where they cut up the districts, the voting districts.
What's the gerrymandering? So the people that don't know.
So when you're gonna vote, you're in a district, right?
Yeah.
And so this district gets your representative, right? So what they start doing is they negocian way. They pretty much say, okay, look, the computer says most of the Republicans or most of the Democrats are in this area, in this weird fucking shape right here.
These zip codes, right?
Yeah. So and most of you get more Democrats over here, right? So then they just start chopping up the fucking district into weird. Like there's a famous one where like
On Mississippi or something like that, right?
where it goes
Or
like
North
it goes like
Carolina?
this, and then it comes back like around the river, and then it goes across the street, and the little sliver in between, like these like two streets,
They're Democrats.
and that's like, and you're like, Dick, really? Wait, like they just keep changing it. Like they have programs that tell them, oh look, you want to maximize your Republicans, cut your district like this.
Who allows that though? Who allows that to happen?
They do their own districts.
They do their own districts.
Like there's no one. Like
There's
in
no
California, we
controlling.
have a panel or something now. No, I
So
don't think
there's nobody controlling the gerrymandering.
No. That's why they've been waiting for it to go to court, and it finally went, and they pretty much. I don't remember exactly what they said, but it was pretty much like a little very narrow thing, which they pretty much decided nothing for the rest of the country. It was just for that. They decided, and it was just for this particular case. And this particular case is okay or whatever.
Well, I mean, it was pretty blatant.
It was very narrow.
It was blatant. Like, okay, it wasn't like, well, we've got a river here, we've got, railroad.
But they let it
track
fly.
here,
They didn't vote.
No, they did. They voted against it.
No, that's what I'm saying. That's why everybody's pissed because they said in this case it's cool, it's fine, this looks fine, this is constitutional.
It's cool, yo.
I
It's
mean,
cool.
it's a
And that's why everybody was
It's
pissed. But
different.
they also said it's this case. Like they narrowed it down very specifically to that thing.
Oh, yeah,
I mean,
maybe it's
lo
good one.
encontraste,
No,
we'll find something.
Yeah, you can put it on the notes, on the show notes. You can put if you have any questions about gerrymandering. Aquí está.
More work for Fernie.
I know. No, I know. Fucking Fernie's got a lot of work there.
Stay away.
I was just
When I listen and
But the voting, como dices este, it's stupid, way. It's ridiculous.
when I'm listening to the episode, and then every now and then you go, oh, we'll put in the notes. We'll put in the notes. Yeah, we'll put that in the notes. I'm thinking,
You're like, what notes?
"God, that's like a lot of things that Fernie's got to go ahead and put in the
And I put
link and
nothing.
research.
And he gets criticized for
it sounds
lack
like
of
You know what
Yeah.
you just did? You just pulled open the curtain, bro.
Oh, sorry.
You
Here
just
we go.
fucking exposed it all, dude.
No, because I see the links. I go back and I look at the video, and
And I like to read the notes. I like to see how Fernie describes the show, and everything. Like,
that was a good one.
oh, that's a good one. I wonder what he's gonna call this one.
What's he gonna
Los
say next?
quinceañeros.
No, Richard,
Oh, this one?
there was like 3 months or something after one of them. Way, I guess Ramon was bugging him enough. Like 3 to 6 months later, he was like, what happened to that one episode that has no notes? It just says, please enjoy.
Yeah, you know the routine. Fucking, you know what we do. Fucking, it's no surprise. Just enjoy. I'm like, fuck, dude, what happened?
He waited like 6 months to tell me.
No, that's when I noticed it after 6
Oh.
months. Like, fucking A. But no, other than that, yeah, it's
It's tradition, Dave.
It's tradition, but not only that. But going back to you though, yeah, I do
voting?
think that at 18 or even
All the
age
time.
18, it's like it's. I don't think it's not a good age to be. I mean, if I go back in time and I heard my 40-something-year-old
You'd be like,
self
"Fuck
tell my
you."
18-year, I would have like, hey, fuck you, pinche viejo. I'm an adult.
Yeah.
You
So
know.
so would you be better with like 21, Porle?
No, I think either between 23 and 27, like you
that's
said.
too far away?
No, because by that time, dude, you're out of school. Supposedly, traditionally, you're supposed to be already out of school, right? You're already going into the workforce and everything. So, but let's just say 24, right?
Yeah,
Ni tú ni yo.
yeah.
Let's just say 24 because traditionally you're supposed to already be out of school and making it for yourself. I think that's a good time to be considered as an adult because now you're like practically supposed to fend for yourself now. Because even if you do go to school, let's just say you're one of the lucky ones that your parents pay for you, or they'll cover your tuition or your rooming situation or whatever. Traditionally, that's supposed to be. With the raza, no, because normally the raza will stick to a place where it's community college and you're still at the house. Or you end up going to Cal State LA and you're still living with your parents. That way you don't have to pay for all of this. So when you graduate or anything, maybe at that point you should be ready. But then again, the family won't let you until you're married. So
But you're
fucked
at
anyways.
18, I feel like you're really vulnerable to a lot of things, man. Because I mean, when I was 18 and I went to Cerritos College, took some classes, there was fucking credit card companies with little fucking kiosks. Mm-hmm. They gave me a $6,000 credit card like that, dude, at 18. Of course, I fucking maxed it out, dude. I'm a fucking kid. I'm a fucking kid, man.
Para chingón guitar.
Yeah.
So right away.
That was a firme amp.
So right
Do you still
away,
have the guitar?
right away, my credit's already. Right away, I'm already in debt. Right away, I'm already, spending money that I don't have. I'm just 18, dude.
But you know what it is, though? At this point, también the family is like if your parents tell you, hey, don't sign up for this, don't sign up for that, even though you're 18, don't fucking do it because you're going to fuck yourself over.
Yeah.
You know?
But you just said that your 40-year-old Sal would have told you,
Oh, yeah,
fuck you.
fuck you, dude.
So you can't
But
really...
no, but see, I wouldn't be my parent,
Yeah.
But if I grow up and my parents would tell, well, I'm not my parent.
No, I know
wouldn't
you're
be my
not.
parent.
Yeah, what did I know?
I know, but that's what I'm saying. It's like if that's what I was saying. Parents or the family starts telling you like, "Hey, ¿sabes qué?
But
Don't
I
fucking
think-
Tell me what to do.
Yeah,
I think it's
know.
part of our upbringing too, though, because like you're saying about the credit card, like when you're growing up, when did our parents, anybody say anything about credit
Nobody,
or your credit
my
score?
parents never
fucking-
said anything about
I
That
never
was
got
paid
any of that
cash.
talk with.
That was paid cash.
You didn't get the sex talk or the credit talk, Like,
I didn't get any of
Yeah.
that.
How about you, Dave? Did you get it?
Did you get a credit talk?
What
Did I
time-
get it?
how-
I've got 3 kids, so I know I've got it.
when did you get the sex talk, Dave?
With my...
You with your parent or your mom or your dad or your family?
They listen to the show.
No, I don't. Yeah.
We're not gonna get graphic.
My mom goes, why does he always use the F word?
Oh, me?
It's like, he uses the F word as a,
It's like an exclamation mark from...
Or no,
Fucking,
or you mean like
me.
You mean like right now when Esteban was like, you know what, this fucking voting thing, you just hear in the background.
I just did that.
No, you know what? With I really didn't need to have the talk because in my school district it was very progressive and it was.
Oh, it was on the west
health.
side when-
It was part of the health curriculum that.
And your parents didn't give you shit for the sex class or like sign the paperwork because you had to give them.
No,
the paper.
it was part of the thing. It
Yeah,
was,
and they signed it, right?
Yeah, of course they did.
Oh, okay. Over here, my dad was against it, but I think my mom was for it.
Yeah.
So my mom signed it. So and junior high is when they gave us the education on that.
They brought the cucumber with the condom to show you how to put
A
them on.
banana. It was a banana.
A plantain?
Yeah, it was a
Oh
plantain.
my god! That thing's a giant.
Hey, he got all self-conscious. man.
It's a mandingo.
Oh, yes,
I know, right? Like, what?
What? And I'm all confused. Like, holy shit, really? Fuck, something's wrong with me. I'm not normal.
Well, I haven't hit puberty. Maybe after puberty.
Yeah.
The condom doesn't feel me like that.
That's the Chicano shuffle ones.
They shrink to size. Eh?
Shrink to size.
Do not get wet.
But that's our parents. Do parents nowadays, do they speak to their kids about sex? How does that work now?
You know what? I think it's social media that does.
Wow, that's crazy.
If you think about it.
That's ridiculous.
That
TV,
makes sense.
cartoons,
That's fucking ridiculous.
movies, even music.
X videos. I mean, the
internet,
No,
the
but
internet,
seriously,
yeah.
like guys will go on X videos and assume that's what
Well, there
having
was.
sex.
I've seen a whole bunch of articles of people like that they've grown up pretty much learning from porn.
Yeah.
And they think all that hair pulling, all kinds of crazy
Yeah,
shit.
that's
That's how it's supposed to be.
Yeah.
And if the girl doesn't fucking like the fucking cachetadas and the fucking in the face and all that, okay, then they're wrong. Like the girl is wrong because that's what's normal.
They would know if I go like, even they would think this is normal. Like, Dave's all like, what is
What are
that?
you doing? Yeah, I was like, he goes like, what are you asking me? What are you asking me? That's the money shot right there.
You never
Yeah.
got that.
But that's pretty sad if it is a social media. I believe it. I believe
It is a
it.
Yeah.
problem where, like you're
believe it.
saying,
I believe that's what it
the
is.
kids, the boys, think that
Promiscuity
shit's
is not-
normal and that's
is
how it's
not-
supposed to be.
But see, nowadays, even like it's happened where like on Instagram or I see a tag or whatever, someone will tag everything like hashtag this, hashtag that, blah 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 blah. And one day I was looking at one and it said hashtag what is it, porn X or X
videos?
X videos, and I'm like, and I look at it, I'm like, what the fuck? I'm like, if a kid hits that, it's gonna send them right to the site or right to their
Doesn't send them
page.
to a site where that's not
No, it will be a page.
Yeah, sure. That's
No, it wasn't X
We're talking
videos.
about
I'm just
hashtags?
using the hashtags.
Hashtags will
Wait, is
just
it a-
show
it's not an
the pictures that are associated with that.
But I'm not,
Showing his age.
I was using yours as an example. X
showing
It's
his
videos.
not going to do that. No, it's
No, X video. I was using it as an example, but if you hit it like one of the, I think I hit one on lowriders. Hold on, I was looking
You're on a
at
website though. That's
no,
different.
no, on
Let me
the
see your history on your phone.
Yeah, let's check this out.
get the fuck out of here. I was looking.
Wait, why is he seeing posts with hashtag X video?
No.
I know.
I was using it as an example.
Terrible
But
example.
I was, no, okay, fuck. I'll take it back. That example. I was looking at something at lowriders. I was looking for the Chicano culture, right?
See, that comes back to the
Right.
Okay.
And then,
No.
and then as I'm looking at the hashtag or something, I'm like, oh, what the heck is this? I click on it, and it sends me to another different page where it's just they're
It's
not
all-
naked.
It's
They're
all,
not.
yeah, it's the post that people have put with the hashtag.
Yeah. And it's
not.
not-
Doesn't send you to X video.
I think
No,
he
okay.
knows how hashtags work, huh?
Well, I'm starting to
You know,
figure
he
it out.
doesn't know.
I'm starting to figure it out.
He doesn't know how it works.
But
I'm-
if you're on a website and they have a hashtag, theoretically they could put code on it. Once you hover over it and it's highlighted,
Aye, Dave.
that's going to send you somewhere.
Don't
But
tell
it's
us how
not
to live our life, Dave.
They
Here we
could,
go. Don't tell us what to do.
they could do that, but I think he's talking more of like a social media
He's talking about it.
platform
He saw it
where,
on
where you
Instagram.
can't
Yeah, that's-
HTML or
he
you
saw
can't
a
do any
lowrider
code.
post on Instagram and he pushed the fucking thing y le salieron all the chicks posing
And
for
he's like,
lowrider.
where
and
has
the thing
this
is like,
been?
shit. I mean,
And he's like, oh, material.
Oh, wow.
what's the name of this?
shit.
What's the name of this Instagram? Hold on.
Link.
No, and it's just shit like that because.
Chécale la libreta. Chécale
Yeah,
la
no, I don't. See, the thing is, I don't want to have that on my phone, and apparently, like, it's like the algorithm, right?
What?
It shows, like, if you click on something or whatever, it kind of starts showing you posts on that.
Skynet
those-
knows that you saw it.
Yeah,
yes.
right.
Oh.
And that's the thing. It's like it happened to the mija. I think she hit something on Zapateado, and now she gets fucking videos on Zapateados and Wapango and all this. Is like, what the fuck? And I'm like, okay. So when she told me that, I'm like, oh, it makes sense now.
Yeah.
So now I just like I avoid those shits.
So we're
But most of the websites that you go into, they'll leave a trail on your
a cookie.
a cookie.
Well, no, it's not called a cookie. There's something else
Yeah,
that it's
nookie.
called. But that's essentially when you go on Facebook and Instagram, like you've been on that, so it's gonna come out. But they call it something else. They
The
don't
way
call it a
you're
cookie.
talking about your pixel. That's the
A
Facebook
pixel,
one. That's
yeah,
Facebook.
like Facebook, yeah,
Oh,
they call
okay.
it a pixel.
Yeah, because
Everything
I've
else
also
is a
hit like
cookie.
when I've seen the rhetorics and the rants of the politician and everything. I click on it just to get an idea, and it starts giving me that shit. I'm like, fuck, I'm tired of it, dude.
Yeah.
I'm tired of these fucking terrible news. Give me fucking cats, dude, or give me fucking dogs or something that's
Well, you know what?
pendejadas.
The problem, and I hate to jump on the Facebook thing, social media, but the problem with social media is that people are looking to it as a news outlet, and it's
Yeah.
not.
That's where you get your news from, type of deal. Yeah.
Yeah, I would say probably some large percentage of,
I'd say, yeah,
of
you're
people
right.
get
Yeah, yeah.
their news from social media.
It's a ridiculous amount. It's like 70-80% or something.
And it's not.
Well, you know what?
These are pictures and photos and memes of people's opinions
that's
of
how
something
that whole the real fake news thing that they talked about.
Yeah,
the war Russia was putting in fucking people posting shit.
That's
was all
how-
because of that social media. Because
Yes.
people.
But and
'Cause that's where they get their news
And
and they
turn
see
to
something.
that. That's how sometimes I see like the stuff that happens right away. Like example, Jonathan Gold just passed away. You know, when as soon as I saw that, I'm like, what the fuck? I go to the real, I see that, and I go to the Googles.
That's you.
Yeah.
A lot of the people don't do that. They'll take it as face value.
I
Even
went
if
to
it's you,
LA
you-
Times. I went to the LA Times actually because that's what it said that it was, and right away I read like, what the fuck? And then I find out that there was a shooting at a fucking Trader Joe's in Silver Lake, right?
So
And
you
I-
go
and-
into the rabbit hole.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And that's where I'm going to. Like, what the fuck? And all the sisters give me all these bad news. I started writing them down. I wrote them down in the book, and I'm like, oh, dude, this is fucking awesome. And then I remember, you know what? No. Fucking the people are already hearing all this shit. You know, we don't need to fucking throw this onto them. They already know. The fucking social media's already done it for them. We'll bring on certain topics, but we're not going to.
But
I don't
you know what? The social media is you can't depend on it being
Accurate?
an accurate account of what's happened.
Well, it's a biased kind of view.
It is. All it is opinion. All it is opinion.
It's the agenda that they want to throw at you. And they gather data from what you like, where you live, the region, your demographics, all that.
Right.
And that's what they cater to throw at you.
I have no problem with people sharing something that they saw, read, or heard. But if you're gonna share it, I would like to know what you base your opinion on, in addition to what this is, and how you're going to voice that and actually have a dialogue with what's going on in your mind, not when someone else's mind.
Are you asking people to put in work? Because that's
what you're
unfortunately.
That's what you're asking.
Well, people do need to put in work, actually.
Yeah,
because,
but look at,
because we talked about it before. Like any Facebook, any of the sites you can think of, and even together, even like when you go into you go like into incognito mode. People don't really understand exactly like the incognito mode. Yeah, you can put if you put the do not on track, yeah, it cuts a bunch of shit. But we've talked about how you go to YouTube is a good example because you see one thing, the stuff it recommends you is like 1/2 step deeper. You click on that one, it goes another 1/2 step deeper. So before you know it, you go from one like casual fucking video to some extremist fucking thing. So, like half an hour later, you're watching some extreme ass shit that you didn't think you'd ever watch. But now, since it gradually pushed you over there, now you're like, oh shit, this makes sense.
But to counter that, that's also beneficial. So it's what you're doing.
That's not beneficial.
It is beneficial because when I Google stuff that I'm interested, that has nothing to do.
Okay, I see what
that has nothing to do with the bullshit that everybody's complaining about. I get some really interesting shit that I'm into. And I wouldn't be able to.
But that's what I'm saying. So
unless that happened. But if you're into like shit that's fucking already, kind of
there,
touching a little bit, or your feet are getting wet, of course. So it's what you look at. It's what you search for.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. But it's skewing you. It's doing it in such a subtle way that it's feeding you what you like, and piece by piece, it's shifting you more to an extreme. So like you're saying, I like what it's giving me. It's like, yeah, of course you like what it's, because it knows if you like this, you're going to like this. But the view keeps shifting further and further to the deep end. So the same way you like it this way, someone else starts going to like another deep end on this side. And then before you know it, they believe this fucking extreme view because it gave it to you gradually. It's like anything gradually. If they give it to you despacito, like...
It's called drip feeding.
There you go.
Yeah, I understand that, but it's the way you look for, way. That's the rabbit hole that you're going to get into. That's the mentality that you're going to get, is what you're searching. The internet has so many fucking awesome websites and information that's available at a click. But it's what you utilize that platform for. That's the rabbit hole that you're gonna get into. Because I get into 5-hour rabbit holes, and I feel like I'm way smarter after I'm done with it. I don't feel like I hate the world. I don't feel like the world's ending.
But that's what I'm saying.
I don't feel like I'm dying. I feel like it's fucking awesome.
Because it's the path you took. But I'm saying it works in the opposite direction too. So if someone...
Of course it does, yeah.
That's what I'm saying. So the same way you went down this rabbit hole and liked what you... And your views fucking shifted along with it, someone shifts the other way.
Exactly, yeah.
So like if
you're
you
not easily swayed, if you're a person that is not easily swayed, then you find value in expanding your horizons, right?
Yeah.
That's why when I'm watching shit, I'll watch one and then Beyonce, and then something else, and then like some other random shit.
I was watching a video about Dobsonian telescopes and how to make them, and it was like he was actually showing you how to make your own telescope. And those are the videos that are available, and it's like you just happen to.
But like he said, that'll throw you into a rabbit hole. But it's information that you're like, oh shit.
That's okay because that's informative.
Yeah.
I like the DIY, do it yourselves, and it always gives me good ones and everything. But there's always that one that's always trying to sneak in. There's always that one freaking click away that like. Sometimes when you're watching something and then a pop-up comes up and like, fucking, you want to get, and then boom, it sends you to that side. Like, son of a bitch.
But you know what? I'm human.
Is he still talking about X videos?
Yeah.
I know, right? He starts getting into the felony searches.
Touche.
But you know what? I'm human, man. So sometimes I go into that rabbit hole, and if it affects my fucking day, dude. If I go into that, so imagine somebody that's constantly going into those rabbit holes and constantly thinking that the world's fucking shit and everybody hates each other, then that's the mentality that you're always going to have, dude.
Ooh, well, I don't know if we're going to get on religion. But I was driving home the other day. But no, I was driving home the other day. Here we go. Ramon's like, I want to say something too.
It's almost 5 o'clock.
Yeah. No, it's real quick. But although you might say, so it was a radio preacher.
A what?
Radio preacher.
Okay.
So he's preaching about gospel. He's reading. He's talking about Elijah, and he was reading some passage, and he was interpreting the word, and he said that in that instance, the word if was not meant as if, it was meant as since. And he was saying that since you believe in me, God, and they hate you, they hate me. So if they hate me, they hate you. The people that don't believe hate you. And it was like, that's what the final ending...
so if
that was the message.
Sermon, that was the ending part of the sermon. I was like, so he's teaching people that other people that don't
believe
hate you.
Yeah,
that's terrible.
And I was like, well, I don't think I believe that, or maybe I should have listened to the entire
you know
hour.
what? There's people that would fall in for it, and we have a friend that she took that route and everything, and it's beautiful that she's doing something with her life. But the thing is that now she's closed off to hear any other perspective or anything that you say that doesn't go with it. You're automatically evil, or you're trying to keep her away from it. They're not open to a discussion. They're not open to difference of opinions or difference of interpretations. No, it's what my pastor says, or it's what the Bible says, and that's it.
But the religious entities, they're incredible at the recruitment process. They know exactly what kind of personality is going to absorb like a sponge the information that they're going to throw at them. They choose certain people that are like your Lyft or Uber driver.
Oh, yeah.
Certain people that are already easily manipulating that can be easily manipulated and have a certain kind of mindset. Those are the right people for these organizations, and those are the people that are very extreme about it. But that's a human tendency. If I get into like something and it helps me, I want to tell everybody, but part of it is, no, dude, that's your journey. You can't impose that or try to tell somebody else that they need to do what you're doing. So part of it is you have to keep it to yourself. Like you can't.
You know what it is, and I don't mean to cut you off, but for me, it's like when I hear a song, I interpret it one way, you interpreted that song totally different.
Yeah.
Right? And it's like asking the writer or the singer or the interpreter that's like, hey, so what is, like, dude, it is whatever you want it to be, Mm-hmm. And I think that sometimes that thing is like people are not open to that. Where for me, this is what it means. For you, that's what it means. Or you know what? It's open to me, whatever you want it to be. Whether it's a positive thing or something for to be cautious, or it's a negative thing. You're open up to it.
Yeah.
And I think that's a problem that's it's a problem as old as freaking the sun, dude. People are not open to other people's opinions or interpretations, and they just right away you're a heathen. Mm-hmm. Right away eres pinche satánico. Eres satánico, or it is
right away.
Yeah, right. And that's the thing, it's like people are not open to new ideas or new forms of translation of what this meant. Yeah, of course, this book was written in the olden days, and maybe if could have been since
olden days.
Back in the olden days.
When they were riding with feathers.
Yeah, they were riding with feathers. And their wax hair.
And their wax hair back then.
Yeah. I mean, but people do have to keep their I feel like it's an individual's responsibility to find what makes them happy. Like, I can tell you eat this way. Yeah. But it's not gonna. You're your own person, dude. You shouldn't listen to what I'm saying.
But here's the thing, though. Why are you telling me? The thing is that, I've heard it from you, and I've heard it from a lot of others. It's not your responsibility to teach or inform or fucking guide. But if it's not, then why start it in that sense?
It's not my responsibility to teach, but it's my responsibility, I feel, to provide a platform that people can learn.
Okay, but if you're going to provide that platform to learn, are you giving them the information?
people do what they want with the information.
No. But are you giving them? Not that you're.
I mean, you heard me talk in this podcast.
You brought it up and you said
no, but I give information.
You've given information,
Yes,
exactly,
so
and
I
it's up
give
to them,
information.
and it's perfect.
Yeah.
But I've said there's all, and I've heard it, and I've seen it, and whenever an individual gets asked or they start seeing themselves backed up in a corner, and they start asking them, not backed up in a corner, but they feel like maybe they might have asked a good question and they don't know how to get out of it. Their out is the right way. It's not my job to inform or to teach people or to give them the answers, you know?
Mm-hmm.
So I always thought that was a kind of like a little, how would I say, condescending in the sense of like, okay, wait a minute. If we're talking and you're telling me all of this and I'm asking you these questions, it's okay for you to say, you know what? I don't know about that, but let me find out.
Well, if somebody asks me and they want advice, of course I'm going to chime in and give them what I think, but I'm not going to bring it up out of nowhere and say...
Yeah, but I've heard it from other people.
Yeah, but I feel like everybody's in their own path, though. Like, who am I to change your life? Like, that's your path.
Okay. Yeah, no.
Like, you have your...
I'm not saying that you protect, but I've heard you use that phrase, but it's been in different
Unless
contexts.
somebody comes at me and tells me, hey, dude, I need this. Okay.
Here's the information. And I know you have done that.
Yeah, but I'm not going to criticize somebody's life
No.
just because I want for them to change.
And that's what I was saying.
Yeah.
It was an example, and I've heard you use that phrase again, but it wasn't in you trying to change someone's mind or anything.
Yeah.
It's just like I've heard you use it before where like it's not my job to educate you, or it's not my job to educate them, or it's not my job to give them the answers or anything. But then I'm like, okay, so then how are they supposed to know this information? Or how are they supposed to get to their own idea or maybe create their own
Supposed
perspective?
to educate who, Madrid?
Yeah.
Well, I tried as much as I can in this podcast to kind of like, if we have like a heated debate or something goes on, I try to always say it's up to you guys to do what you want. Like, I don't want to feel like I'm pushing an agenda, but I do want to give a different perspective on certain issues, you know?
And that's the beautiful about this thing, because you've brought it up. Like, look, I'm just giving you different perspectives.
Yeah.
Do the research, do the work, but this is where I found it. This is where I went. If you could look into this author, look at that author, and take it from there.
Yeah.
Perfect.
There's a time and place for things. We had a great golf game. Laughing, talking shit, fucking with each other's fucking emotions while we fucking hit like shit.
Fuck, you guys fucked me
But
over.
listen, the important part is that whatever agenda that I believe in, I don't bring it up in situations that require for us to come together as a group of friends. There's a time and place for things like that. And I feel sometimes people don't understand that boundary. Like, if you're playing golf, you don't want to learn about fucking religion. Like, you don't want me to fucking try to tell you that you need to change your life. So I feel like people don't understand, like, certain boundaries. There's a time and place that you can talk to certain people about certain things.
Because then there's those people that could always turn something into like you're having a good time and then right away they throw their 2 cents and like
and I appreciate you guys as friends, because I feel like with you guys I don't really have to explain myself. If we go eat something and I order something to eat that's kind of like not the norm, you guys aren't gonna like be like, what the fuck's your problem?
No,
like,
well,
you guys are
like, hey, what's up with that?
You guys,
I just take your toast and he takes your food cup.
I even tell the lady, no carbs and no sugar.
But I don't like to be around people that are judgmental when it comes to that. And I understand that it's different. So wait, why are you doing this? I don't like to be around people like that, because I don't do that to people.
It's different for people. I think they find it as something that's foreign, and that's where intolerance is where that's what they've grown up with.
Yeah, exactly.
That's all they know.
Yeah, but I'm around people that also do things that are in a different kind of spectrum than what I do, and I don't really question it that way. Like, I don't really get into that. I mean, I take it as what they're telling me, and that's it. I'm not trying to change what they're saying.
I think being able to have an open relationship with people, to question, not to criticize, but to question. So, why are you doing this, or why did you choose to do this, or why did you choose to have this?
And it's also the way people ask or bring it up, because I'm like, hey, listen, I noticed that, is there a reason why? And then you'll be like, oh yeah, it's just because I'm doing this. Oh, okay. Yeah. But I'm like, hey, what the fuck's wrong with you? You don't want this? And it's like, what the fuck,
But
really?
you get into those situations.
Yeah, and
like,
you do.
Who wants to be around that?
And the thing is that some people don't have that etiquette or that courtesy to be able to ask a proper question, because right away like, well, what the fuck? Oh, ew. Oh, that's one thing I hate, man. When you order something or you're explaining something like, ew, that's nasty, or like, ew, guacatela. Like, really?
We have different palates.
Yeah, like really? Fuck, dude. I like buche. You know? I like buche.
Wait, is this coming back to me?
No, because we never said it.
You didn't look directly at Dave.
Because I remember asked him, I said,
I like tripas. I like tripitas. I like menudo. You know?
I don't know, güey.
I like peritos. What the fuck? You know? Shit.
I don't know what it says.
But we're
Look
gonna,
right at Dave, too.
yeah.
I like buche.
Why buche?
I like buche, fucker.
Yeah, okay.
No, because it took like 3 days to explain to him what buche was.
Because he couldn't tell me.
It's the offal or the maws or the stomach. I don't know. I always thought it was the neck. You know, because for us it's el buche.
But there's ways to tell people.
Yeah.
Like I'm on your case a lot, but it's not because I feel like you're doing something different or it's weird. I just like to make.
Oh yeah.
It's
With us,
like the conversation at Carol's with the wood in your mouth.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Fucking hell, I'm trying to end the podcast and you stop at that
special.
one.
Yeah,
So,
very special.
I
Chicano show.
said, Ramon, you always have weird shit like that. It's not me trying to fucking.
All right, but before you do that, let's explain
So
what
why
it is.
don't you like wood in your mouth?
All right, so I don't even know how it started.
How did it start?
You got hard
You were
wood.
already there for me?
No, he wasn't there.
Yeah, he was already there.
Yeah, well,
Yeah.
ya se la cagué about the hardwood.
It was
Remember we were talking about the paletas, güey?
no, yeah, there was something about
Something in your childhood, no?
You had wood in your mouth.
Oh no!
Wood in your
So
mouth.
this is
So
what
wait
it
a
was.
minute,
We're
wood in
gonna
your
have
mouth.
bolsa paleta sticks.
Hold on. I got
We're gonna do.
it. So Fernie ordered a soda, and this soda came with a straw.
Yeah.
Esteban, Dave, and myself ordered waters that we didn't have a straw. So they fucking Esteban's like,
Well, it's like, did the law just
what
pass
the
already?
fuck? Well, why does Fernando get a straw? We don't. And I'm all like, and at this point, Fernie's soda was already empty, so it just looked like ice and a fucking straw.
Yeah.
And I'm all like, no, it's because you
The
ordered
waitress
soda.
was lagging on for me.
Yeah. No, I'm all like, it's because you ordered a soda. We got waters. He's all like, oh, because I thought they already passed the law. And then I'm all like, no, but as a matter of fact, you know what I did notice? That in Malibu and Zuma, in that area, like
the
Subway,
forks,
Ralph's and all that, and all the restaurants, they don't give out plastic forks anymore. They give the wooden forks.
Yeah.
And then you're like, oh, that's fucking cool. I'm like, yeah, fuck that, dude. You're like, what? I'm like, yeah, fuck that, dude. I don't like the taste of wood in my mouth.
We're like, whoa. I'm trying to cut into my steak and eggs, and I'm like, whoa.
and then the questions came out. And then the questions started coming like, well, what about toothpicks? And I'm like, yeah, I don't really use toothpicks. I use fucking the little hilitos or the dental floss, right?
Yeah.
I'm like, fuck that. What about fucking popsicle sticks or whatever? Like, nope. I break
Popsicles,
off.
yeah.
And push it off.
I break off the actual ice cream or the popsicle into a cup and I eat it like that. I'm like, what the fuck, dude? You always have something weird. I'm like,
I also understand by this point that he was explaining paletas. We already le estamos cagando el stick.
yeah, estaban cagando el
I
steak.
didn't even hear that.
And
top
then
part.
they're like, well, how did this fucking start? And I'm like,
No. But before that,
That's what-
before
it
you
was
got
during.
there,
Before.
the syrup on his French toast or something.
Oh, yeah.
We're attacking his eggs like a tsunami, and he was having a fit or some shit.
Dave, I need your plate. Dave, I need your plate.
I don't-
Hey, throw the toast into the fruit.
Toss my toast off of the plate. Put it on the.
What was it that you didn't like? The syrup?
I didn't
touching?
want the syrup running onto my hash brown.
Yeah.
Which I really don't have a problem mixing food, but I saw that the syrup was really runny. I'm like, fuck,
Yeah.
dude, it's getting all over the place.
It looked like a tsunami. He was fucking.
And I'm like, so
Code red.
I threw fucking Dave's toast out of the plate into the fruit plate, and then I grabbed that and I scooted my French toast
Yeah.
over, and then I like kind of scooted the syrup, and then fucking, and Estelle was just looking at me weird, like, hey, leave it alone, type of deal.
So then the toothpick and the wood in his mouth. So that's why I was like,
So
dude, you have a lot of like
little,
weird little things.
little tidbits, a lot of
Yeah.
fucking. These doesn't matter. So the reason why I don't like anything wooden.
Then we got to what were we saying? Something happened to him. He got traumatized. And
Yeah, he got traumatized.
My wood?
He didn't survive the hazing at his junior high.
Oh, that's right.
No, so what it started is that I was in band class in junior.
Oh
That band camp.
Band.
That band camp.
Yeah, they were
I
hazing him.
you don't talk about bank camp.
I played the tenor saxophone. So when
My music director.
Tell me more.
My music director said, "This is how you practice."
You played the what?
The rusty trombone. That's what he said.
You played the what in the professor's room? You played what in the supply fucking closet?
I'll never have wood again. I'll never have wood again.
Fuck you guys.
So there's like a wooden tip that you're using.
there is a
it's
wooden
got a
tip.
wreath. It's got a wreath.
Yeah.
It's and it goes on the mouthpiece for the instrument.
Yeah, we use that in this norteño band that we're rehearsing.
I know, right? Lágrimas de mi chorizo. So then, in order to, you have to moisten it up.
explanation, I think
No, you
you
have to
understand.
moisten it up
Oh.
so that when you play, it doesn't break or chip your lips.
So
right?
you were fucking up the song, so they
No.
kept telling you to repeat it out.
So pretty much.
That's not Careless Whisper, Ramon.
Mira, te voy a dar un pedazo de madera si le sigues, cabrón.
So what you gotta do is you gotta get the wreath, and then you gotta, fucking,
yeah.
and it has this fucking terrible taste. I guess it's the wax or whatever, but it's just like I'm like just licking, like I hated
Wax
it.
from the wig.
From the wig, the syphilis.
That's how you get syphilis with.
So you have to moisten up this wreath so that when you put it on the mouthpiece, it doesn't break or anything. It's smooth.
Yeah.
And that's what you got to do. Is like, So I hated doing that, and for 3 years I did it. That's why I can't have anything wooden in my mouth. I can't. You know how people have toothpicks and they're always playing around with it? It's like,
But your
me dan
favorite wrestler
ñañaras.
was Razor Ramon. He had a toothpick in his mouth.
I liked it. Yeah, I like that guy. I like
Si le gusta la madera.
I know. He liked him because he was on the wild side with a toothpick in his mouth.
Hey, Chico.
Check out. Oh, there goes his Cuban
Chico.
accent.
No, but then so it just when I got out of junior high, right away in high school, they're like, "Oh, you're gonna drum it." Like, fuck that, I'm done. I love the music and everything. I just didn't want to play that because of the wooden wreath.
Yeah. No, it makes sense.
So
I think it was a childhood trauma.
You got traumatized
So now-
by some hard
So
work.
now it's like I don't do wooden spoons or wooden forks or anything because it's just like as the minute it's like I put it in my mouth, it's like, oh dude, I get the chills, man. That ñañaras, güey.
That's crazy, bro.
That's a different kind of trauma. I'm
I
just saying.
get fucking chicken skin, the goosebumps, like.
I just noticed that your Stand By Me
There's
provisions.
snacks in there. Wow, I think we gotta
we
wrap
can
it
right
up.
now, güey.
We gotta wrap it up now.
I know, but I was looking.
Nah,
no,
they
we
make
gotta
a
Looks like
noise.
Stand By Me. You got
when
nothing
you
but
eat in the
gummy
mic,
bears,
dude,
worms,
it
and
puts you on blast.
We gotta wrap it up because we're about that point. But yeah, that was my
I don't know.
my fucking story. All right.
I feel like there's some left out of that story.
Fernando feels there's more childhood trauma to that.
Yeah.
What about all these jazz players? You think they separate their food too? Because they're traumatized by wood?
I'm telling you, he didn't survive the hazing back in junior high. He was a freshman.
You
thought you
don't
said
want
he played
anything.
trombone.
You don't want any of this, Ramon.
I don't remember.
he said he played the trombone. I think you said he played
Oh,
trombone.
right here, he was fucking clowning me.
I was just adding to the.
Yeah, he's all like, I don't know why you
I
would
was
need
just
a wooden
adding,
ring.
adding fun facts.
It was like the Dewey Cox movie where you don't want none of this, Ramon.
I think I want some of that.
You don't want none of this. It's not addicting. It's not habit forming.
I think I want some, and now you don't want none of this. Type of deal.
You don't want none of this, Ramon.
That's funny, man.
Yeah, so
Well,
I should have been taking notes. So I did a little quick one though.
oh shit.
But get the guitar out. Saca la guitarra, güey. And I'm gonna unplug you, Mike. Unplug you.
Take it.
Que baje ese, güey. Fuck. Oh, all right. Let me lower it right here first. Fuck. I know, fuck. No mames. Pobre Dave, güey. It's a mission right here. Don't forget to lick the tip, boy.
All right. So el micrófono.
I can't eat ice creams in a cone because of those microphones.
Wow. Yeah. So we had to improvise.
Put your headphones on, Dave, so you can hear this
Yeah, you gotta hear it.
So you can also get traumatized and never have an ice cream cone again.
So this is always a wind down part,
I think Dave knows.
Yeah. Raza, compas. I'm sure you got your compas out there. You got your cousins, your primos, your amigos, your childhood friends, or anything. Take a day and hang out with them. Like we did today. We went golfing. It was fucking beautiful. But just fucking take one day and really appreciate your compas. Have a compa day, Just fucking good time, shit talking. And I know a lot of you guys out there have it. Even ladies, do the same thing, Feel free. It's compa time or comadre time.
It's a Feed My Bud Light commercial.
I know, right?
It's compa time.
It's compa time. Hey, patent pending. You guys heard it. Pochos. Quinceaneras are a little weird and they're hard to explain. But you know what? It's fucking beautiful. It's a good party. It's a good pachanga. No, hold on. It's a good pachanga. You get together, you see family you haven't seen for fucking years. You talk shit about the dress. You talk shit about the pinche baile. Fucking, it's fun, dude. That's a lot of shit talking.
I was gonna say, wait, I don't think it's quinceañeras are hard to explain as much as the Jewish one where they cut off the foreskin. That one really needs explaining.
Raza, or bar mitzvah is not where they cut off your foreskin. That's called the bris. It's a Jewish celebration, right? A ritual. It's a ritual.
Do they have those little sandwiches there? 'Cause
the family gathers up. It's a big event.
it'd be kind of weird if they had chicharrones. 'Cause I don't know. Wait, I don't know.
Chicharrón. I can't eat chicharrones. That fucker. No, yes I can.
What if they give you chicharrones on a toothpick? Way, like, are you gonna have trouble with?
Raza, I know there's a lot of you guys out there, a lot of you ladies out there that believe that maybe the legal age should go up. You know, have a discussion, talk to your friends, or think about it yourself. Were you really an adult at 18? I know I wasn't. You know, I know I wasn't. Shit. I think I became a full adult maybe 7 years ago, 6 years ago. I think so. Honestly, yeah.
I say 6 months, but
Maybe 6 months ago, according to Fernie. But yeah, sometimes, you know, I still wonder the shit that I go through. I'm like, fuck, did I still want to play certain things? And I'm like, I don't think my dad does.
when did you watch Pedro Navajas and go, wait a minute?
Wait a minute. This is about maybe a couple of weeks ago.
All right, done. That's when it was. We're still waiting for our balls to drop for our voices to get deeper.
I know, right? Shufflers. Otra cosa. I wish I would have written down more. I know I'm missing a lot of stuff. I don't know. It's just a tall boy. That's it. But other than that, it's you know, don't let the bad news, don't get sucked into that wormhole, that rabbit hole that fucking just gives you all negativity. Change it up. You know, look for the fun stories, look for the good stories.
And if you do, learn to build a telescope.
Learn how to build a telescope, you know? And just, you know, acknowledge it. And
I don't think anybody te la rayar because you learn how to build a telescope.
I know, exactly. Another one, shufflers out there that have teenage daughters and sons and everything. Maybe, you know, let's talk to them more. Find out what's going on. Don't let social media raise your kids. You know, don't let television raise your kids. Don't let these new hip-hop videos or whatever raise your kids, you know. Or don't let hashtags raise your kids.
Apparently, don't click on hashtags because they take you to websites like X videos.
I saw.
This is how the internet works, guys.
I saw a clip of a mom trying to get a kid off of. He was live. He was viral playing live streaming, and the mom's trying to get him on, and the kids are like, "I'm live streaming. What is that? What are you doing? What's live streaming?" I'm like, "It's not a drug or anything, but parents, you know what?"
Did you have to Google live streaming también?
Yeah.
What are you talking about?
I don't know what it is. Yeah. And
are you live streaming or like you
I know that
live? I don't
we have a Patreon. I know that we should have talked about it.
I tried, but
we tried.
Always shuts me down.
I didn't shut you down, fucker. We have a Patreon. Check us out. Go to patreon.com. Hit on the search and then type in Chicano Shuffle. You'll see.
And look at our friend.
Oh, you can see the video. You can see.
Shout-outs to the people that you want.
Yeah.
Oh, we need to put the shout-outs on.
Yeah.
Shit, dog.
And then look at the video. We have a video where our good friend Dave was helping us promote this Patreon, and you'll see him as Eric Estrada, and I'll leave it as that, you know. And then you can see the rest of it. It's a good laugh, you know. Check it out. Help us out. $1, $5, $10. We already have we have 2 Patreons subscriptions, or 2 people that are supporting us, which is pretty good, and it helps pay off for this let me see. We have Evelia Hernandez and Angel Ayala.
Y El Ángel.
El Ángel. Oh, that's a good fucking El Ángel.
Yeah,
You know, El Ángel Ayala and Evelia Hernandez. Thank you very much.
And then there's the fucking Bunyan the Great.
Oh, and then we have Bunyan the Great. Pinche Bunyan the Great. That's a good fucking name, dude. Bunyan the Great, eh?
God damn.
That's that, yeah. Hey, Bunyan. Fucking I love your name. Firme ese. But again, Evelia And Angel, thank you very much for your help, for the support. All right, spread the word, get the show going. Maybe tell it to some people. Maybe we might help them with the laugh. Maybe we'll piss them off. Maybe we'll get them thinking. That's what the show's about. Just starting a conversation, whether it's a good one, a bad one, or just anything. Just as long as something gets started, that's what we're all about. Fernando, anything else?
Patreon check. I had to put it in. What else was that? It? No. Oh, this is the last week we're gonna sell that Immigrant Made shirt. So if you want one, this is your last chance.
This is it, the last chance. And with that, I'd like to say thank you, Dave. Esteban does this. Esteban does it when he's ready. When he does a thing, then he throws this what he's got to say. See, watch.
Don't tell us what to do, Dave.
All right, you guys, go play some golf. It's not only for the white people. You'll learn something.
It's fun. It's a lot of peda.
Have a good week, you guys. Take care of each other and fucking stay cool and dry.
And thank you, Dave, for picking me up. Thank you for joining us in the show, and thank you for supporting the show.
Don't tell us what to do, Dave.